Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So we are taking out, I just got it, because I whacked my head there. This is going to be the first match in the WZ-111-1FT. It is a Tier 8 tank destroyer with one hell of a boomstick, and we are on Ruinberg. And like I said, this is my very first match in this thing. Top tier. So there was no, I thought there was tier 6s in here too, but it was all 7s and 8s. Yeah, this thing is a flippin' beast. I love it. It's got good frontal armor, really pretty good frontal armor. Good slope. And, well, let's just get on with it and see what we can do. I did do a little bit different on this because aim time is a little long, and normally I would go with like vents and a gun lane drive, but I wanted to make sure that I had coated optics, or excuse me, the binocular telescopes and a camo net, because the way matchmaking is nowadays, if you're in a tier 8, 99.9% of the time you get a tier 10 match, and with 1,000 hit points, 2 hits and you're dead. Literally 2 hits and you're dead. So if this would have been a tier 10 match, even maybe not quite a tier 9 match, but definitely a tier 10 match, I would have hidden the back like a little bitch and just taken shots of opportunity. You'll forgive me about the face. I've been up in Massachusetts, and there's no truck stops way up north where I've been, so just been taking basically bird baths, and so I wanted to get this video out. I've been up since 11:45 last night, and I'm pretty puked. But I wanted to get this video out for you guys because it's not just about the tank. It is a review about this tank, obviously, tank destroyer, obviously, but also I talk a little bit about the Christmas stuff, which I did get the 75 boxes. That was my Christmas gift to myself. Probably the only Christmas gift I get. No, my kids give me something every year. But I thought it would be kind of cool to check them out. And I think this year, yeah, they made it more worth your while. As in, I think the value of what you're getting is a lot better. You're definitely going to win something. When you pay, you're going to get one of the big gold packages, and you're at a minimum are going to get like 250 gold. I ended up getting a butt ton of gold. I won like 3 or 4, tier 5 and 4 tanks and a tank destroyer and stuff. I just get the gold though, since I already have the tanks. But I think they made the value worth more so that you were getting more for your money. Because I figured out just the gold. I got over $136 just in gold. I only spent $100, and I got $136 just in gold. So in my mind, that's well worth it. That doesn't include all the. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I ended up getting 5 or 6. Actually, it was 5 female crew members, I think, and 1 Santa Claus or whatever, Santa Nick or something or other crew member. So I got some real nice crew members, and a lot of my tanks. I was able to get the crew, set up with like 3 crew skills right off the bat. The Saint Nick or Santa Claus one, you end up, I think it's a total of 4 usable and 1 at 0, I think it is, crew skills. But I was like, damn, how many are they going to give you? I just kept going and going and going and going, like, shit, cool. So yeah, and he has to be a commander. Whatever you put him in, he's got to be the commander. But yeah, I think they really made the value of what you're paying a lot more worthwhile. As in, like last year, I remember, you got more boxes. Like I got 125 boxes or something like that, and I'm opening them and I'm getting crap. I was like, oh look, I got more Christmas ornaments. Yay, just try one. We hit that guy and got him with a blind shot, which is pretty cool. This tank hits really hard. Average damage is like 550. And I hit the what tank was that? The FCM50T for like 600. Yeah, so when you hit somebody with this tank destroyer, they know it. They definitely feel it. But yeah, back to the Christmas boxes and stuff. So yeah, I spent $100, and you know, you only get 75 boxes, but what you get in those 75 boxes are way more value than what you were getting last year for the same amount. You got more boxes last year, but you got more of nothing. This year, it's like, I mean, a buddy of mine, he ended up getting, oh crap, yeah, 11 boxes. My buddy Charlie, yeah, he got like 11 boxes or something, and he ended up getting like, I think, 2 tier 8s, or at least I know he definitely got 1 tier 8, the new IS-3A, and he ended up getting like, I think he got a total of like 3 things: the KB220, the IS-3A, and the Turin 3 out of 11 boxes. I mean, that's a pretty damn good deal. Yeah, I would have been able to probably get a shot off if this T20 didn't get in the way, but oh well, we go schmuck this FCM50T a good one in the face here in a minute. But yeah, we're not romple stomping these guys, but we are winning, and we're winning. You know, it's close, but we're you know, catching up, or I mean, kind of starting to dominate them here. I do like the fact that for the aim time on this and the dispersion, I did take a shot at the Challenger without it being aimed all the way in. I take 1, maybe 2 more shots like that, and I actually end up hitting the targets all 2 or 3 times that I did that without aiming all the way in. I mean, we're up to 2,703 damage and got 1 kill so far, but this thing, you know, so far everything that's hit me, which hasn't been a whole lot, but you know, I did get the Su-14-1. It's got a hella gun on that thing, and he didn't even do any damage to me. He splashed, and I think just basically stunned the crew. But yeah, it's got, you know, 180 frontal armor on this, and it's got really good angle. It's got a pike frontal nose on the upper plate, but the lower plate is just a standard lower plate. So you want to try hiding this, but you know, if you can stay straight on, you know, this pike nose will, you know, bounce some rounds, and I ended up bouncing a couple rounds in this match, like 3. I think it was three rounds. Not a whole lot. I think it was like 480 some damage, but you know, there's some small, like the E25 that only hits for what, 100 and something every 2 seconds. But I had a feeling he was spotted here last, so I had a feeling he was back here. So I go up here, I come around this corner, and of course he spots me and he bounces around. You'll see it bounce in a minute. I was gonna turn sideways. No, actually, I think I do. Yep, I turned sideways, take a shot at this FCM50T, and watch this. Down to 62 hit points from almost full health in 1 shot. We hit him for 619. Yeah, we just bounced the E25. He's full health, and yeah, we just ammo racked him. So 1 shot, 830 damage, and he's gone. So yeah, he's probably pretty pissed. But yeah, he hit me in the front there. I don't know if we can see. Oh yeah, right. Yep, see right on that pike. That is the worst place to shoot right there. He'd have been better off aiming for the lower plate. Or, boy, I don't even know. The gun mantle is not really super thick, but it is spaced armor. You know, and there's angling off these too, because you can see another round hit right here. But, you know, it's actually, you can see how it's angled right there, and it's also pretty darn thick. So, yeah, tier 7s and 6s and 7s, and even 8s are going to have a heck of a time penetrating the front of this. 180 millimeters of really well sloped, piked frontal armor. So they're going to have to be like really aiming for your front lower plate. If they hit that lower plate, more than likely it's going to pen you. But going right here, I see the artillery and I see that IKV boogieing in there, and I'm like, damn it, I want that shot. So I don't think we got any blind shots, so I believe we just did the 4,502 damage. Actually, we might have got 1 blind shot, now that I think about it. But yeah, I really like this thing. I was thinking it was the premium tank. I don't know why it stuck in my head, but this is the first match I had in it. I like to show you guys the very first match if I can, and yeah, I really enjoyed playing it. The gun arc is a little bit, it's like 12, so you know, you do have to reposition yourself. I don't want to say super a lot, but you know, you're not going to be able to just sit there and kind of watch him, you know, like this in front of you with your gun. You know, you're going to have to be like, and then move your tank, move your tank. So yeah, it's only got 12 both ways, so you can make it work though. But anyways, yeah, this thing's a beast. I really like it. But yeah, if you guys want to hold on for a minute, first I will have, I'm going to show you the new skins that you can win with the Christmas boxes. It's got some really cool ones, like one for the 57 Heavy, one for the IS-7, one for the Bat Chatillon, and one for the Grill 15. I ended up getting all three of those, and that was my main thing. I wanted to get those. And I think they all look really good. The Grill 15 looks a little bit goofy with the red paint on the bottom of the tank destroyer, and it's a little goofy looking, but you know, it looks different and kind of sticks out, and you know, makes it different when you can, you know, make your tank look completely different than somebody else's. But yeah, if you want to hold on for a minute, we'll do that, and then we'll have some post-game stats. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, one thing I wanted to go over real quick too before we do the post-game stats is I got those Christmas boxes, and last year it seemed like, I don't know, I didn't get, well, I did get a couple, I'd say 3 of the tier 8s, but I already owned them, so I got the gold. And it doesn't bug me not getting the tank, obviously, because I already own it. I just like to get the gold in place of it. And I was a little bummed because I got the Turan 3, which I already had. All the tanks that are premium tanks already have them, so I knew I was going to get the gold in place of them anyways. But I only got like the Turan 3, you know, like 1,500 gold for that. And then I got the leaf blower. Obviously, I already have that. And then what else did I get? I can't remember all the tanks that they had. I ended up getting 4 tanks, but they were all, the KB220-2, and one more. I can't remember what the last one was, but they were all low tier, like tier 5 and lower. So I didn't win one single tier 8 tank, which kind of sucked because I would probably got a lot better chunk of gold. But my main purpose for getting the Christmas stuff is I wanted to get these cool add-on skins for the tanks. Got Snoopy on the front here, says I'm going home. I think they look wicked cool. I love what Wargaming did to these. Instead of just getting a you know, a regular camo, it actually makes the tank look different. And I thought, you know, what it's going to do is, like, when you install a mod pack and you put that skin on your tank, every tank looks that way now. So I figured, you know, I'm going to put this on my T-57 Heavy. I'm going to go out there and every T-57 Heavy is going to look like this. But nope, it doesn't work that way. It's just like if I've got this on there, and you know, they see me with this on there, if they don't have this cool looking getup, then you know, you see them without all this stuff on it. I think it looks really, really cool. I did win all of these for the tier 10s. I think they were all, except for, no, I think it was all tier 10s that you could get these skins for. I think they look really cool. It makes the tank kind of really stick out. I don't think you can put, pray for slack, I don't think you can put stickers or anything like those big new tiger stripes, which I really like that too. The what they did with the yeah, as soon as you hit custom, you automatically lose that. These new decals I think are wicked cool. You know, they're big, and I don't know what happened there. Maybe I just want to poke one on there so you can see it. You know, they're huge. They look really cool. They stick out. I really, really, really like them. I like what they did with that. And let's close that out. Make sure that my 57 Heavy still got my tanks in there. So, like, for instance, E100 Moss, big tanks. Check this out. I mean, what the hell? Oh shit! You know what? I forgot. You got to buy it for each individual tank. I'll bet you. Yep. Sure enough. Yeah, damn it. But anyway, so I guess we'll just do that real quick. So, like the decals for the winter, I mean, look how big it is. But bam! I mean, that thing is huge, mongerless. And there's not a huge selections. Like, I mean, these must be, like, this one must be geared more for the 10-year-old that likes dinosaurs or something. I'd never put that big-ass dinosaur on my tank, but, you know, to each their own. But some of these, I mean, they're huge on these, like your E100, your Moss, Yagzilla. Yeah, you can't really see that one too well. That one's kind of cool looking. You know, there's some like this. I don't think I'd put this one on there. It's like a big shoot me here bullseye. If you can't hit me, well, here, I just painted a target. Literally painted a target on my side for you. I might do that skull. That was pretty cool. This one actually is pretty cool looking too. Yeah, we'll do that one. I forgot you got to buy it for each individual season. I'm not putting that on there. I just want to see what it'll look like. Just to give you guys an idea. But I mean, these are huge, and it makes, you know, they're a little more expensive, obviously. But I'm telling you, it makes it feel so much more worth spending the extra, you know, credits, because you can actually see the damn thing. Whereas, you know, with the other ones, you buy them, you know, you can barely see them. You know, we'll get those on there real quick, and just, you know, just to compare, to show you. I mean, obviously you guys know. I mean, you look at this one, the little G, compared to this one. You know, what one are you going to see at distance? You're going to see that big old wolf. You can only do 2 of these per tank, the big ones like that. So you got an option of putting one on the front on this one here on the Moss. I think you can put one on the front, or maybe just on the side. Oh, nope, you can put it on the front. But you're only allowed to do 2. So once you put 2, it puts a lock right there, and you can't put one there unless you remove that. And to do that, basically you just go like this, and you go to right here, remove decal. And then you can pick different size decals too. But, you know, hey, bigger better. I like the biggest. If I could go bigger, I would. You can shift them around. Whoa, that was weird. That I didn't know. I did not know that did that. That's interesting. You can actually move it around a lot more than I thought. I didn't realize you had all those options. I like it where it's at right there. I'm not going to put that one on there. Whoops. Where's that one that I want? Oh, this one here. Yeah, I didn't know where I was moving in the position like that. I didn't know that had that many options to move it around. But I like what they did. It's really nice. It makes it feel like you're really getting your money's worth now. Let me think of what else I put on here. Oh, so 57 heavy. Saw that. Let me think here. What else? E100. Did I do it on there? I bet you I did the same damn. No, I might not have put them on the E100 yet. Let's see what else we got. IS-7. I got the new skin for that. I just think it looks wicked cool. Other than, you know, they're going to see this machine gun a mile away. I mean, it's, you know, there's no hitbox in it, but it gives away your positioning in a way. Because if, let's say, you know, they see you coming up over a hill in the lake, they're going to know exactly. My mouse went. They're going to know exactly how much more time until your turret's up, which you can't pin the turret on this anyways. But, you know, maybe they're shooting out the side, and they'll be able to see that little gizmo popping up here, and they'll be like, oh shit, you know, I know where he's coming up, and he can, you know, it helps them out. But it puts some splash guards on it. I think it just looks really cool. Put some stuff on the side here. Your smoke grenades on both sides, light. So that's that one. Then you got the Grill 15. This one, I don't know what's with the red paint. Maybe that's rust, but I like with, you know, with the wrap around the barrel with the camouflage. This one doesn't have a whole lot of stuff. It puts the wrap on there, this little back cage, an AK-47. What else we got? A steel pot, Kevlar. That's about it. And they turned, these screens here and the stuff up here are a little different there. And they made that red. Why they went with red, I don't know, but, well, whatever. Let's see, I got one of my special camos, and I put that on. Nope. 430U? Nope. Which one did I put on? K91. Oh no, I'm getting warm. Damn, I thought I put it on one of my Russian. Oh no. Was it the IS-4? Well, God bless America. I put that new. I just won that camo. Is it this one? No, that's not it. Well, crappers. I can't remember which tank I put it on. I'll probably remember, and then I'll be like, oh, yep, now I remember. And the Bat Chat. This one, it's got some Arabic writing on the barrel now. Looks like a camo net on the front, piece of a track, road wheel. Got some rusty. Jeez, oh Pete, my mouse just went kooky. That was really strange. My mouse does that every once in a while. It just starts freaking out. Machine gun up there. I think there's no machine gun on the regular one. Got some crap on the back there. Oh, you know what? I bet you I put it on one of the, I remember what I put it on right here. The 60 Lewandowski. This is what one of the camos you win when you do the Christmas tree and stuff. Yeah, the book itself, once you get all the pieces, so I did this one. I ended up getting this camo, and I think it looks pretty cool. It's like this time they actually did a cool looking camo. They didn't do like candy canes and flipping reindeer, which I thought, here my moss has got reindeer splattered all over the front of it. But this, it's an actual camouflage. It's more usable. I'll leave this on this tank versus taking it off until Christmas, next year. So it was kind of cool that you got that. I think that was all of them that you got a special looking cool camo or skin for, the Bat Chat and the other ones there. So anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post-game stats for you, and so I'll be right back. Alrighty, so here's the results of that match. You're going to have to forgive my scruffiness. I've been driving like a madman. I was up in Massachusetts, and there's like, you get so far up north up there's like literally no truck stops. I could tell a bird bath, but I'd rather just wait until I'm able to hit a regular truck stop. Anyway, so I took the WZ-111 1G. I call him Fake Tank. It is really good. It's got a wicked gun. Shot all standard rounds. Didn't even shoot a premium round right off the bat like I normally do. And we had a hell of a game. Yeah, it was. We were top tier. I think it was mostly tier 8s and 8s and 7s. Doesn't look like there's anything lower. The IKV-90B, that's a 6, I believe. Oh, there was some 6s then. Okay. I thought it was all 8s and 7s, but there was some 6s. So, anyways, this thing, unless they're shooting premium ammo at it from a tier 6 or 7, they're not going to friend the pep in the front of this thing. And it's got really well angled, thick frontal armor. The gun mantle's not the biggest in the world, but it is spaced armor, and it does, it's got a pike nose kind of in the front here. It doesn't have the lower piked nose on the lower plate, but the upper plate is kind of a pike nose, so you kind of want to stay straight on, and it'll deflect, as you'll see in the match. I got hit 3 times. Nothing major hit me, but it bounced all 3 rounds. I'm not sure really. I can't remember exactly what did hit me, but we'll look at the post-game stats here and look at that in a minute. Anyways, I've never done a review on this, so just going to do a real quick one. Yep, so it's a tier 8, and I really like, even though I call them fake tanks, and I, talk shit about them all the time, I really do like the tank line, the Tank Destroyer line. Wicked guns, great pen, good damage, really good damage. For tier 8, you're doing, I think I hit a couple tanks for like almost 500. Great frontal armor, 180 on the front, 80 on the sides, so you can side scrape if you can get your gun off the sides, and 60 in the rear. So even in the back, it's you know, got some angle to it. So, you know, there's some flat spots right here, and if you get HE, that might hurt a little bit. Let's just go ahead and do just a real quick review of this. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it. We'll go over the gun and just kind of the main stats. So, on the gun, 4.29 rounds a minute, and that is stock settings. 271 standard penetration. With that penetration, you should be able to penetrate every Tier 8 really that I can think of. The only Tier 8 I think you might have a little trouble with might be the OHO and the Mauenbracher. Some turrets on certain things, and of course the 252U Defender. You know, you always hit that thing and you're like, oh my god, how'd it bounce? The 101P, you know, you might be able to pen that commander's hatch if you hit really, it's, you know, you want to hit the lower plate if possible, or, you know, these cheeks right here. The last thing's that commander's hatch that is pretty thick. The Mauenbracher, basically anywhere in the lower plate. Cheeks like on the Moss, and the commander's hatch on this one is pretty weak. So there's a few things you might have a little bit of trouble with, but for the most part you should be able to pen just about every single Tier 8 with standard rounds. This was the first match I had in this. It's the first and only match. So let's get back on the gun here. So you get a Tier 10 gun and a Tier 8 tank destroyer, which is awesome. 271 standard, 340 for premium, and it's 8 heat. And your HE is 65. 560 average damage, which is really phenomenal for a Tier 8 tank destroyer. 560 for your standard and premium average damage, and 660 for your HE. 65 standard pen on your HE. I would more think about, you know, using that as a finishing off round if something's only got, you know, 50, 70 hit points or whatever, and you want to just splash and make sure you hit them and destroy them versus bouncing possibly. Average damage per minute is 2400. Dispersion is 0.36. Aim time is 2.8. Now we'll just go over mine a little bit. I've got just a basic crew in here. First match, so they're at 22% on their first crew skill with the first match, which is really not too bad. Where are we at here? My rate of fire is almost 5 rounds a minute. Reload is 12.08 rounds a minute, which is pretty good for 560 average damage? Yeah, that's really good. Gun traverse speed is 26.07. Hull traverse is 26.8. You gotta watch out. You can get circle strafe pretty easy. It's not the fastest spinning. You only get 6 degrees of gun depression. Unfortunately, that's, you know, pretty... for a tank destroyer, I hate to see that. I like to see a real nice number, like a -9 or 10, because you know, you don't have a turret, so it's not as easy to, you know, make it work for you sometimes. And if you don't have that gun depression like this, it makes it even harder. Gun traverse is 12 and 12, which isn't bad. I wish it were like 15, 16 or more. 12 is kind of, you know, right about there. It's not a lot. Aim time 2.68, and that's with I just went with a gun rammer, and I went with binocular telescopes and a camo net. Didn't use food or anything. I was really contemplating using a gun lane drive and vents to get that aim time down, and you'll see that I really had to wait quite a while for that aim time to, you know, zoom in. Dispersion I got down to 0.35. Stock, what was it, 0.4? 0.36? Huh, I thought it was actually higher than that. My average damage per minute is 2781, and obviously, you know, it's, you know, first match in it. You only get 1,000 hit points. It's one of the lower end tank destroyers in hit points, but you do have really good frontal armor, 180. So, and you'll see I do bounce everything that hits me. I only got hit, like I said, 3 times, I think. 600 horsepower engine. Specific power to weight's not the best, 13.17. I mean, it's okay, but your top speed's only 35 forward. You do get 18 in reverse. I keep watching these guys in the back here boogieing down. Traverse speed, we went over that. Concealment, I did go with repairs on all the crew skills, because nothing's worse than getting tracked and just sitting there like a sitting duck while they shoot you in the ass. So I like to, you know, either I go with repair, or sometimes I'll split up and go with repair and camo. But I figured I'm using a camo net, so I went with strictly straight repair. 35.7 on concealment's actually really good. View range is 463, and that's because I've got the binocular telescopes, and signal range is 750. So let's go over this match real quick. That was a Master Badge Class 1. We did get a Demolition Expert. I think I popped the top on the E25. We got a Fire for Effect, Master Gunner, Bruiser, Tank Sniper, and a High Caliber, and 2 bonds. Shot all standard rounds. Hit the FCM 50T for 619. Told you this thing, it hits hard. That was 619 on a tier 8. Average damage is 560, so we had a nice roll. Knocked out his track, and he got hit for 113 upon spotting him. IS-6B hit him for 506. Charioteer hit him for 537. Tiger 1, we hit him 2 times for a total of 1160, and knocked out his track, and we originally spotted him. The Challenger, we hit him for 500 right on the money, and I'm surprised we actually did bounce his round, because that gun was just buffed. It's that new, was it 280 average damage? It's got a really good gun now. Probably shot me with a standard round. I mean, the frontal armor on this is really no joke. I mean, it'll bounce tier 9s. It's got really, you know, it doesn't look from the front, it looks flat, but, you know, it's got good angles, pretty good sloping, and that pike front nose really helps out a lot. Just make sure you don't angle it. You want to be straight on. You know, try and get that lower plate hit if you can possibly do it. E25, we hit him 1 time for 830, and we knocked out his ammo. Yeah, he's the one we ammo racked. We bounced 2 of his rounds. And the SPIC, we hit him 1 time for 171, finished him off. Knocked out his engine, and the SU-14-1, we hit him 1 time for 350 and finished him off. On the artillery, I think the SPIC and one of the other things, I kind of had to rush the shot to make sure I got the shot off before somebody killed him, and I was pretty pleased that it still hit because I wasn't aimed all the way in. So we ended up doing 4,673 damage, got 3 kills and a base experience of 1,036. I didn't sit back in a bush and hide. I went in the city to help the guys. If you got a tank destroyer in your top tier like this, and you got, you know, really good frontal armor with a really good alpha per hit gun, you really want to be right up in the front if possible. If I were in a tier 10 match, I'd been hiding in the back like a little biatch. Yeah, because 1,000 hit points, literally 2 shots and you could be dead. We had 9 shots, 9 hit, 9 pen, 4,673 damage. From a distance of more than 300 meters was 2,993. We got hit 3 times, bounced all 3 rounds, and we got hit for a little bit of splash damage. I don't think I lost any hit points. I don't even think I knocked my track off. Damage blocked by armor was 420. We spotted 1, damaged 8, destroyed 3. Damage with our assistance was 113. And we walked away after all was said and done with 60,363 credits. Which for, you know, almost 5,000 damage, that's kind of on the low end for a premium. That is a premium, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Shit, no, that's actually pretty good then. I was thinking that was one of the premiums. No, the WZ 120... What I should have done, and I'm friggin' kicking myself, because when I bought this, I used that discount from the Christmas thing. I'm not sure, it's like 60% or whatever off. There was 1 tank destroyer that I had left to get, and it was this one here. I completely forgot I had the 120 1 GFT, and I could have used the crew from this one, which has brothers in arms, and they're working on their 2nd crew skill, and swapped them back and forth with this one. But stupid me, I went and bought a brand new crew. So, whoops, shit happens. But, yeah, anyways, so, do I recommend this? Highly. Yeah, it's got a freaking awesome gun. I mean, when you hit something for 619 in a tier 8, and, you know, they know it. They feel that. And most of my other hits were like, you know, around 500 or more. 560 average damage. Got some low rolls, you know, IS-6 for 500. Charioteer for 5. Well, that was not bad. Challenger for 500. So I was getting a little bit of, you know, on the low end, but you're still hitting for over 500. I mean, what's not to like about that? The round seems to go pretty fast. I didn't have to lead targets a whole lot, and it seemed pretty accurate for what was that, 0.35 accuracy. To me, it seemed pretty darn accurate. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the review and the match. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.